Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Oh fuck, there's a fucking. God damn it. Alrighty, so I think today I wanted to try something different for YouTube anyway. And it's just to showcase how I edit my videos together and such. Um, so I use an application called Share Factory, and it's pretty simple. It's been gotten a lot better over the years, but with this you can use your right analog stick to just move along whatever, or your touchpad to just go really fast. You click L1 to go to your next tab, R1 to do the same for the other side, and your toolbar down there. So that this is square, brings up this menu. It lets you do a bunch of stuff with it. Now, I will say that I'm not perfect at this. I have been doing it for a while, and I apologize for the noise quality, by the way. My window is wide open because it's freaking hot, and that's all I got for right now to stay cool. Anyway, I'm going to be editing a video while talking about editing a video, which is going to be really mind-boggling for me anyway, because I don't know how the hell I'm doing that. And I'm pretty sure as this video goes on, you'll notice more and more tabs, like in the middle of these or something when I'm talking, because I'm probably going to be sticking what I'm saying now in the middle of all this footage. This Siege video, and by the way, is just like a game I had earlier today before my internet went out, and it's an alright game. I play it okay, but it's Siege, right? Who cares? But I just figured I might as well show how I do my thing, I guess, since I've been doing YouTube passively for the last like 4 or 5 years now. And this is the program I use a lot, which I may have said. So editing is a long and somewhat tedious process. So everything I just said in the last like 2 minutes, I just put next to this, and I keep adding on to this section here. I even added text here to give more context why I turned down the volume of said clip, so you can hear me talking now and not so much in the clip, right? So that me doing a little was just like testing the microphone, because I was trying to adjust volume proper. But like I added the text here because I like, oh fuck, because it was just a huge ass ant crawling across my table. It's like, oh shit. Anyway, sorry, I lost the train of thought. Just the cars outside is driving me nuts. There's nothing I can do about that, I'm afraid. I kind of want to make a YouTube video because A, I'm bored. B, is just a nice, in-depth look of, just me, I guess, and what I do. And C, I think this channel is long overdue for just a laid back and just like chill video. There's no script or whatever. It's just me talking and just going over this stuff. I'm actually kind of excited for this video, even though I don't know how it's going to be turning out yet. I'll be figuring that out with you guys together, essentially, as I make this. So it's going to be quite something, that's for sure. I kind of wish I could live stream this, but my internet does not work, which gave me this idea, because I was just like, hey, well, it's like 10 o'clock p.m. I got some extra time. I got energy to burn. So anyway, let's not go too heavy into that. So let's go to the video process. So everything here was just me talking, right? So this won't be permanent, but will be a video later, possibly. But yeah, so let me explain this. So the X button down there, to the bottom left, with the plus sign, it lets you do a bunch of things. So for example, I have other clips of just random what have you.
With darkness.
And I just, it's just like random stuff I have laying around.
Big Boskin.
I don't know, what the fuck? Did I just try that? No. Okay, no, that must be this one. Yeah, sorry. Anyway, I don't even know what half this stuff is. But the point is, you could add it and hit square, and then that stuff will just play if I let it. So if I hit RPO, like, it'll actually play, right? So that's what X does for the add clips. Same thing, I can add a screenshot. Track 2 is actually, if I wanted to, so let's go over to the quiet one. So I don't have the quiet one yet, so let's turn the volume down on this so you can hear my voice now. Let's go to 1%, so you might hear it. Then I go to add track 2. So track 2, I believe, I don't have a webcam, so I can't do that. But the microphone, as you can see there, is highlighted. So if I go to record audio, it'll give me a little heads up before I start commentating. And if I hit record, it will start filming and recording my voice now. I don't know how this is going to sound. I'm going to stop talking real soon to figure that out, but that's how I do that. I can stop it, and all that will be saved. So when I shut up, record, it will start filming and record just like that. And I can just trim it as much as I want, or delete it. Oh, okay, I'm sorry, I'm splitting it. So I can cut it up into tiny bits for whatever reason. Record, and recording my voice now. I don't know how this is. Yeah, alright. And so this is gonna get farther, and like there's gonna be more and more screens behind this. Oh boy, that's gonna look really bad. But I will say this is just part of the process. Granted, this is something I don't do obviously very often, explaining my methods, which, and especially inside Share Factory. But we're gonna delete these because we don't want to hear my voice again. Not like that, anyway. Anyway, another thing we can do is add music. Now, I'm pretty sure these are royalty free, and I can add my own if I had a USB on me, but you know, that looks like a Linkin Park song, but I'm not going to play it to test it, honestly. But yeah, I don't usually use music in videos often. I just use the in-game stuff. I don't think we want this because it looks terrible. So let's go back to edit overlays. Oops. Oh, that's not the overlay. Oh shit, sorry. Hold on. Edit filter, delete filter. That's the one. Yes. See, we're learning together. Yeah, I don't really fuck around with that stuff because I don't use it often. Same thing with the layout. Like, I don't need to change the aspect of the video often, so I don't really bother. I haven't really experimented with some of the stuff either because I just don't really see a reason to, especially for things I just do, which is just like clip something I did, put it in the video, you know what I mean? So I don't really have a use for it. Transitions I use, well, often, but not as much these days. sorry. But for transitions, you have a bunch. Mind your ears, by the way. This might be actually loud. Yeah, so it's just like it demos everything you like, all the transitions anyway. With R2, there's a bunch of them. The static ones are absurdly loud. Every time I use this in a video, it's like 10 o'clock. Who the hell is making trouble at this time of night? That's probably a trick question. Anyway, sorry about that. Again, I honestly apologize for all the noise outside. Like, I wish everyone would just go to bed right now and just stop on a day like today when there's no internet. Or at least this particular company we're with, Eastlink, it's out completely for whatever reason. Anyway, every time I play static, I have to turn down the volume because it's stupid loud. Again, it should, like, watch your ears. I'm gonna play it. Okay, no, that wasn't too bad. But yeah, it like most of these are pretty loud. I have to keep like turning down the volume every time I use them inside a video. Yeah, my left hand look, right hand look stick starts starting to drift a bit. That's not good. But so if I transition real quick, the one I actually like using a lot is the crossfade because it's somewhat smooth. So like transition into the video, it's not quite as jarring as like loud ass static or an explosion, right? So that's that. And overlays, there's a bunch of things you can do. Normally I add text, there's a bunch of fonts, but I don't really use the crazy ones. I just use like this one. in videos because you can clearly see it and stuff. Camera effects, I use the zoom one or the focus pretty often because it zooms in on what I'm doing, especially in Siege. As we know, I have a terrible time getting headshots in Siege. So like if I were to get an overlay of focus, I can change the duration of the video, or the video. Oh, I'm doing this in one take, huh? No script. I have a speech impediment. I apologize for that too. But you can change the duration. You can transform. I don't think doesn't really do anything. Normally it zooms in on the middle of the screen anyway. Same thing with opacity. You don't see this camera effect in the final video at all. Only thing you see is the intensity of the zoom. So if I stick it to 100, it zooms like right in the middle of the screen when it plays like that. And in the videos, you don't actually see that camera there at all. Like it's just not there, right? So there's that. But like the thing I use it for mainly is the intensity and the length of how long I actually want it and where to go for it. But we don't need it. Aligning this one also doesn't really matter. Like I said, some of these don't really do much from what I gathered, but you know, it is what it is. We can also edit the overlay on this, or the transition, sorry, just to change it. This particular transition doesn't have a noise, so I can't set the volume because it's literally just a fade in, fade out kind of thing. But yeah, and the clip volume is self-explanatory. I can make it louder and quieter, so I might actually just keep it lower for this video. Again, if you click square, this will apply to every single clip you have in a video, right? So if I were to click apply all, which I'm not going to, everything, like the game sound, your music, whatever you have that's playing inside the original video will be toned down or up depending on what you do, right? So now that I put it to 30%, it's not quite as loud as it was before. Meanwhile, if I left it at 100, it would have been like louder than me, I think. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the X button with the plus there. And you see me use square a few times to check the volume and such. These are also pretty self-explanatory. The time bender, obviously, it makes the entire clip faster or slower, depending on what you do. The step, I believe, tries to add extra frames. Or no, that's smooth. One of these, like, one adds extra frames to give it that, like, extra slow-mo effect. Yeah, steps through this one in slow-mo, and then smooth creates new ones, which makes that black outline, if I use it, which doesn't look good unless I'm, like, zooming in. I've noticed same thing, unless you're in Fastmo, I guess, but we can't see this effect inside like Share Factory. It has to be like a rendered video, like all done and what have you. So I won't be able to see that in editing, but when there's like something I want like done slowly to, like, you know, zoom in on like a headshot, like for this, for example, right? So let's actually go on. Let's split this, and what splitting does is just cuts the video there. And actually, if I leave it like unaltered, it'll be like I never did it at all, right? As you can see, like there's no like cut. It's perfect. Like on that frame, it cuts there, right? So let's go to Time Bender, and we'll, you know, oh, my internet's back. Whoa! Holy shit! Sorry about that. That's nice to know. We haven't had internet in 7 hours now. But that's not important. Video's important. So let's go this at half speed, and obviously I put it in steps, so it'll just play all of this in slow-mo, right? Naturally. Actually, I kind of want to see that in slow-mo. Just this is honestly the main reason why I recorded this video, because it landed on 2%. This is the first time it's ever happened to me. But yeah. I want you to leave this as is. It's not a big deal. This Siege video is probably not even going to see the light of day, unless I make like a commentary or something. But yeah, I honestly just recorded this earlier just for the like this one part here, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should just edit a video, but explain how I edit the video, just out of like boredom, right? Wrong button. So, after everything I just talked about there, and the X and a little bit of the square menu, I'm actually going to add that into this video now. So, this was the other segment where I was talking, I believe, or no, it was this one. Yeah. So, first I'm going to add a clip. We can also sort by game, and in this case it would be just Share Factory because it's considered a game for whatever reason. And this little almost 9 minute section of me just talking will be added to the video. So that is now in there. On that, I'm kind of waiting to see the screen and how it becomes after doing this for like 10. Well, it's already been 10 minutes. At the end of this video, I want to see how many like screens we can get in editing. But yeah, so that's how we add new clips. I don't think I have any screenshots. There's obviously some like I met Dante in Street Fighter 6. Can add that in there just as like a flair or something. It's actually not a bad Dante to be honest, but it could be better. Could be better later on. Anywho, so now that we've done that, we can also trim the clip, which I don't know if I should do. No, yeah, we'll do it. I just don't know how the final product's going to turn out, but we'll figure it out. So here, with our analog sticks from left to right, we can actually control where this trims and where to start, where to end it, whatever, right? So obviously, I use this all the time, straight up. This is how like all the videos are cut together somewhat nicely, right? With the shoulder buttons, L1, R1, you know, all that, we can actually progress frame by frame exactly where we're cutting things, right? So as you can see in the right spot, it's a little easier to see in that one because it actually moves. I can actually like hold R1 and it'll just progress frame by frame everything we're going through, right? This is something I use to get like really good cuts, try to make it more subtle with that, right? So like if I do a like I did at the end over here, like split the clip. Sometimes if I want to split something and make it just look a little like, you know, smoother, I guess, I go to trim it, and then I try to go frame by frame. I think I'm going the wrong way. It's this way. I try going frame by frame to like the moment it starts, right? So if I just press the button, it's like I'm like almost like pretty much the frame where the wheel just pops up, right? So this is a really handy feature, and obviously you can move it with your L1 R1s. Don't really need to though in this case because it's literally at the end, right? Deleting is very obvious. Cloning is the same thing. You just duplicate the thing you just did, which I hardly ever use. Panning and zooming, however, honestly, you know, pretty self-explanatory. I don't use this often either because sometimes it kind of screws everything up, especially if I'm like making like those trim cuts as I usually do. But yeah, that's pretty much everything for square. Circle just makes me cancel it so I can save it. I can just save it without and just whatever, right? I don't need to do that. R2 obviously just plays it from wherever I want it to. Yeah, that's pretty much the basics of this like application. It's simple. Hopefully I made it seem simple, but yeah, that's pretty much that. Like that's what I do to make YouTube videos. It's pretty much this and just a lot of like fine cuts. So if I wanted to make something really fancy, I would literally just go through. So let's go to split. So let's say I want to make like a kill montage, right? So we'll get the intro here, right? Let's do like right here or some crap, right? Now, when you're trimming like this, or trying to find a split, you can't just like trim frame by frame that easy. I have to use the directional buttons, right? So split it right there. So now it plays that. It's gonna cut off though the announcer. So I can make it look a bit better if I maybe cut off the announcer a bit sooner, but it might not look as natural, right? So instead, right there, ish, split right there. She kind of stops talking there, yeah. Oops. And if you're in split mode and press square, it'll try deleting it. So just circle immediately, right? But yeah, then if I really want to be picky, I can just trim it back, whatever, right? But who cares about that? This isn't going to be a video, but just a showcase, right? So then watch it out like you usually do. There's a kill. So let's split it right there. Now there is something important about Share Factory, which still sucks to this day, but if you look at the corner of the screen there, where it says, selected 10 clips, time 25 minutes, you are limited to 50 a video. And you can't exceed the 80 minutes. Anything longer than that, and it will trim anything here. Like, if I had an 82-minute long, video clip unedited for whatever reason, right? It would automatically just cut it, and it'll look something like this in Share Factory if I were to look at it. And if I were to try to, put it back to where it was, it wouldn't allow it because I'm over 80 minutes, right? So that's the only limitation you really have. It can't be longer than 80 minutes. That's one thing I don't like. I wish it was higher than that, but I don't make the rules, right? But with that in mind, there are workarounds. I like with the other thing though, the video clips maximum, right? So let's say, for example, we exceed 50, which I don't think I have enough video clips. I kind of edited a Dread Out video earlier today, actually. Pretty much the spoiler, by the way, because I'm probably gonna release it before this one even comes out. It's pretty much just me dying compilation. That's pretty much what all it is. It's just like I went through the game and I died to pretty much everything. Some of it was unintentional. Some of it was. This is also part of that. Just like a clip I got on the side to edit in because I forgot to add it. But yeah, I don't know what that thumbnail is though. If anyone likes that. But yeah, this is the original Siege video. Okay, yeah, we won't worry about that. Anyway, I have some old stuff laying around like this in case I need a meme or whatever, which I haven't gotten around to using yet. But yeah, so anyway, how I work around the clip length is actually I render the entire video. So on the left side of the screen, this whole time since staring at us, there's that share, and you see the triangle button, right? If I click that right now, it starts rendering the video. Fucking car. Anyway, it will start rendering the video, and that is what makes like something like this, right? With a Siege video, right? It renders out the entire thing you just edited naturally. If I click it right now, it'll stop actually recording. So what I think I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna render this entire video and make it like an actual video, and then when it's done rendering, we'll see what the end product looks like. Hopefully, anyway. So we're gonna do that, and I'll see you when the rendering is done.
Your fate entwines with the cursed gods, my siblings, trapped. The altars are the portal. Take them, defend them. The moon sees all. Trust, and let my light guide your path.
Alright, so the video itself is finished rendering, so this is what it looks like at the end. There's just long ass, like if you look at the blue bars, just like long ass segments of just, tomfoolery from me. But yeah, it's almost 25 minutes long, and we'll see what it looks like as a full video real quick. Alright, so I opened it again in a separate video. Like, I closed Share Factory and opened it on its own to edit it in here again one final time. One thing I will do immediately is not make that the thumbnail because it'd be boring. So generally every time you boot this up, these two intros will always be like, it's like default to be your first thing, and this is also like the last thing you see. That's like a default thing, like that Share Factory does. Cool and all, but we don't want to see that, yeah? Or maybe I should have kept that Share Factory one because I'm technically promoting Share Factory without being sponsored or the like, but that's not important right now. What's important is editing video, right? So everything I just said was 23 seconds when I said I'd be back to see what the whole video is like. Is right there, right? So we add that to the end, and this will be in the final video as well. So this is what the final video looks like. It's one long, like, you know, video. The blue bar is one like full bar. It's not split up. There's no, like, you know, spaces in it, and it's just me from the beginning talking. Testing, 1, 2, 3. So yeah, now it's a whole video. Oops, when I upload it, you guys get to see the whole video with me talking over it a little bit. But yeah, and yeah, that's pretty much the whole video making process. You know, let me know how you guys like this style of video. By the way, I don't know if people are gonna watch to the end, but if you do, you know, let me know. I'm honestly asking because I'm curious if anyone else is interested in videos like this. Like genuinely, my bad. Because this is kind of chill. I'm not gonna lie with you. I'm actually having some fun doing this. And when I'm done talking here, it'll just go to the end of this segment as well to finish off this video. So it's gonna be like, I don't know, probably closer to 30 minutes. Depends how long I talk for here anyway. So that's not doubtly too long, because people don't like 30-minute long videos on my channel, it seems. So anyway, that's my process, man. That's all it is. I need a good shot for the thumbnail. So let's find. I want to see a screen where I just have like everything up, like, oh, like that kind of. Oh, there's an extra one. There's gotta be more. There's gotta be more. No? Where is it? Yeah. Everything I just said. Ah, no. I'm gonna lose it. Shit. And Lockstick just screwed me over. I'm trying to get that, like, as that specific frame as a thumbnail, because you can actually, like, get thumbnails by doing this. Right there. So if you hit the pause button, or the option button, you can generate this as a thumbnail, and it will save that as a thumbnail for the video. You can also make, when you export it to gallery, you just basically render the video. That's all it does. Saving the project, I think, does the same. Oh, nope, now I just saved, so now I don't have to edit it again, essentially. And I don't know why did you help. Oh, it's on the internet. Let's not do that. I don't think my console's hooked up to internet proper yet. Okay, no, it is. Okay, no, never mind. Yeah, okay, so yeah, that's basically the basics of Share Factory. Pretty simple application to use, and I'd watch this whole thing back, but then we'd hear my voice multiple times, and I still have to watch it once it's uploaded anyway. So I'll do that on my own time to make sure that it actually, like, is alright, but I'm actually kind of happy how this is turning out. So it's not a video to look good, it's just a video demonstrating what I do, right? So it doesn't have to look pretty, because seeing, you know, a screen like this kind of freaks me out. So it's like, holy fuck, it's so jarring. I have 3 lined up, or 1.4, you know, just lined up and all that. So it looks jarring. I don't know how this is going to turn out for the end of this, but otherwise it looks like it's good so far, for sure. And like I said, when I normally watch videos, I normally just literally from the start, I hit R2, and I'll let the thing just play out. And so, yeah. So, yeah, anyway, hopefully you all enjoyed this. I certainly did. And, yeah, I'll definitely, do more of these in the future if you guys want. I don't mind. And we'll see you in another video. Enjoy.